Alright, it's time to do some unboxing of our Source for Fresnel! Woo! Okay, so, caveat. I'm doing this with one hand, so don't blame me for this. Alright, let's open this guy up here. Okay. So, in the box, immediately, right off the bat, manual. Awesome. Gotta love the manual for instruments. Just really doesn't tell you much information other than how to change the lamp, which I actually had to learn how to do on this guy. So, good thing that's there. Normal 7.5-inch standard frame for ETC. That's awesome. Plenty of those. No special lamps. Oh, 750 watt lamp. GE. Yeah, it'd be better if it was Osram, but it's okay. ETC isn't perfect. Safety cable, essential for everything. Let's see here. What else we got? We have C-clamp. Yes. And then the meat and potatoes, the fixture. Oh, yep. There we go. That's the stuff. That's it. Nothing else left in the box. All right. So let's see here. So take off the plastic wrap here and woo! Source for Fresnel. Awesome stuff right here. Alright. So, Source for Fresnel. Here we are. Let's get that C-clamp on there. Oh, this is going to be fun trying to do this holding my phone. Alright, I can do it. I'm pretty sure. Let's grab the C-clamp. Brand spanking new C-clamp. Gotta love that. Hopefully it'll work for a little while. Alright. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so had to take a quick break there to get the C-clamp put on there. Ooh, C-clamp. Okay, so here is the Source 4. We'll go through some basic stuff on there. Awesome thing about the yoke I noticed is that you can actually adjust where the yoke sits on the fixture, much like the Techno beams that we have and stuff like that, which is pretty sweet. It's the same on the other side as well, so you can slide it back there, which is pretty cool right in there. That's awesome. All right, then the interesting thing that I think is going to be a little bit of a hassle, but I think it's going to be kind of cool in the long run, is the gel clip. You actually have to grab these two guys, untwist them a little bit, and then flip that up. Alright, and then there's two knobs on either side of this lens that I'm touching. You can kind of see, sort of. And if you push those back, the lens pops out to clean it. But I don't think we need to clean that guy. Interesting thing about the lens, it's a little domed. It looks like it's a little domed. If you look at it from the top, it is a little domed, which is pretty cool. It's interesting, different. Actually, let's see if I can pop this lens out really quick and we can take a look inside. We'll look at that a little bit later. Alright, so I'm going to twist those guys back on there. We'll see how this ends up being. Not quite sure how I feel about that yet. Anyway, we have a safety clip in the back of the fixture. That's pretty cool. Top's pretty standard. Then the back handle to help focus the fixture, which is pretty cool. Pan adjustment knob, of course, on the side. And then you can pan adjust and move that guy in the back, which is pretty cool. This thing is a tank, though. It is solid. This is all metal up in here. The only plastic bit is right here in the back. The rest of this sucker is completely cast iron, which is pretty sick. Alright, so lamp changing time. Alright, let's do this. Flip this guy up. They came pre-rigged, which is awesome, but it's already coming out of the socket, so we're going to have to redo that as well. Awesome. Alright, so in the bottom here is the lamp compartment, so another one of those little twisty screws, and that pops open. Looks like we got some cardboard in here. Pop that out. You can kind of start to see the beginning of the lamp unit. Oh, side here, so we have to get this guy up a little bit. So this actually has a locking mechanism, so that unlocks, and then as you twist it, then it'll send it up. But you have to lock it back into place, which is really smooth, but I think the locking bit's going to be a little tough in the air. Alright, take out that cardboard, and here we go. Awesome. So, this lens mechanism is pretty dang cool. You actually unscrew the brass knob like any other ETC fixture, and then see how this is pointing to the lock sign? You actually twist this bottom part all the way over to unlocked, and this guy pops out like so, and there you go. And then it just sits in there. You can kind of start to see a little bit of the reflector back there, which is a little bit more glass. We'll open up the front end here in a second, and we'll do that. So before we move to the front, I got the lamp in there now. It sits in there a little bit different than some other ETC fixtures. The back end's actually wide open, and that's where that third pin goes for the 750 watt lamp. And I mean, it sits in there pretty good. It just popped right in there. So alright, let's look at it from the front side. Okay, so these two knobs I slid over with a little screwdriver there, and this lens unit actually pops out like so. As you can see a little bit more, that it is indeed domed. And then put this somewhere safe, like on the pot strap. Then there we go. There's the reflector in this guy. Definitely ETC. Definitely a little bit more fragile than some of the other older Fresnel types, like the Altman Fresnels. But definitely when I turn this sucker on, you'll definitely see a difference in the quality of light. So that's the fragilest part right in there. And then we can also see this guy when we unclip him here, move around in there, and it is smooth. Like it moves really quick. It moves. You can pretty finely adjust it as you want, which is also pretty awesome. Alright, I'm going to put all that stuff back in there and then I'll turn it on. Alright, so I got all the bits and pieces put back into this guy, so we're going to plug this guy in now. And there's the lights. So you can see it's a pretty uniform field. Once again, I'm going to have to unlock this guy. And that's flooded. It's still really great light, not really seeing much of a drop off. I mean, you can kind of see some up here on the top, but not too bad. And then this is spotted. I mean, the thing is still pretty evenly distributed. There's not really a hot spot. And actually, through the whole thing, I mean, it really does a pretty good job of keeping an even field no matter what field position you're at, which is pretty awesome. And this thing's going to get pretty big. It's pretty bright. Just beautiful light. Gotta love it. I think that's a lot to do with more of their glass reflector that they have in this guy. But yeah, there you go. So there you have it. The ETC Source 4 Fresnel. CSU is now the proud owner of 4 of these suckers, and looking forward to putting them into action. So there you go. Hope you guys are having fun at KSHTF.